Good day and welcome to our unboxing and review, by the way, completely unpaid for, so it's going to be honest, of the Huanuo, and tells you it's unpaid for because I don't know how to pronounce the company name. It's Huanuo triple monitor stand. This is a full motion, meaning you can move them around, articulating aluminum gas spring monitor mount. Fits 3 monitors, they say 17-inch to 32-inch. Reading the reviews, seems better with the smaller monitors than the larger ones. A lot of people seem to put a 27 or 32 in the middle and smaller ones at the side. But what we're going to do is we're going to unbox it and then we're going to set it up. So let's get to that right now. We'll show you if there's any issues with it. I haven't used these before. I have watched a few other reviews. The reviews are pretty good, although there's a couple of quirks, and yeah, so let's get to it. So here we have the instruction manual, and this is going to be a quick setup instruction. So troubleshooting for the C-clamp. It also has a hole option, so if you have a hole in your desk, you can just pop it straight through. You don't have to put a C-clamp. One of the problems with using a C-clamp around the edge of the desk is you obviously have to have your desk off the wall, and for some people that's a problem. So it has the option to just have a hole that's drilled and put a grommet through. Okay, enough said there. Let's move on. Okay, there are a lot of parts, and I mean a lot. Now this doesn't look to me too scary. I think what it's going to be is put a clamp on, put a post in, and then put on the 3 bits with the vesa mounts. So I don't think it's actually going to be too difficult. At the bottom here it says tools required, not included, is 1 Phillips screwdriver. Phillips, for those who don't know, is the star. So get yourself a decent Phillips, and okay, so let's start setting it up. First thing it says, if you're using the clamp, find the clamp. I'm going to use the clamp. So I'm going to set it up right here. And I'm just cranking it down with my hand. It's actually nice and solid. That's actually nice. And this is rubber coated on the bottom, so you don't have to worry about scratching up your beautiful table like this one. Okay, next, put the post in. Fair thing, boss. One of the things is you can see that these have labels on them, A, B, C, D, so on and so forth, but some of these other products do not. So for instance, the post doesn't, but this does, part F. This is part X. So some of these bags are labeled with letters, some of them are not. This apparently, in case you're wondering, it's part Q. So I'm just going to put that in, and it's threaded, so I'm just going to tie it, crank it down. And you want to make that as tight as you possibly can, because everything is going to be based on it. You do not want this wobbling around, so make that crazy tight. Right? Crank it. There we go. As hard as you physically can. You'll probably never take this out again. If you have a grommet hole that you need to work on, there's a slightly different setup, but I'm not going to do that one, so we're going to skip that. Okay, it says to find part O, which is a locking ring. That's these guys right here. And put one on above and below the center mount. Okay, so that's just to keep it solid. So I'll put this on, just a little ring, right? Nothing too exciting. Slide that down, and I'm going to put that there. And I'm just going to tighten this up like that. It's not moving anywhere. Then take the center piece, pop it on. There's an Allen key nut at the back here, an Allen key nut. Put that on. And they're suggesting to put this actually facing backwards. I don't think it makes any difference, but I will do what they suggest. I will put then we'll put the next row on top of it. Next locking ring, it's just the same thing. You just tighten it down. So let's do that. So this pulls out, which hopefully you can see, so that when it butts into something, you can adjust it. So right now I can't go around any further, right? It's stuck. But I can pull this out and I can put it back. It's spring loaded. There we go. So that's kind of cool. There, so that's nice and tight. Now I'm going to take my Allen key that it shipped with, which is in this KLM bag here, and I'm going to tighten up this little guy here. You can't see this, but trust me, it's pretty straightforward. You can see I'm turning this Allen key, and that is just cranking this down. It's just adding some friction, right? Just making it tighter. So there we go. Now it says to put the center mount on, little Allen nut at the back. I'm just going to slide that down. And yeah, this is going to actually end up being somewhere like this, I'm sure. And I'm going to end up moving this locking nut up. But for the moment, I'm just going to leave it on here loose, okay? But it will end up being raised up. It has to be, I'm sure, because the other monitors are going to be raised. Now it says to grab these control arms, these extensions, and start putting them on. There's 4 of them, so 2 of them go together, and then they have these gas-mounted units at the end. So let's just put this on. Again, another Allen nut at the back so you can tighten it up, which I will do at the end. I will not do it now because I don't know that it's the final position. This one, the Allen nut is just loose, so I have to just screw it in by hand. Not a problem. Okay, it says in the instruction that these 2 extensions are only needed if your monitors are larger than 24 inches. My monitors are 24 inches, so I don't need to use these, and so I will not be. Let's pull these off and just move them aside. And then it says to put these arms on, these gas shock arms on. Again, same thing, nut at the back. Pop that in, there we go. And yeah, this can go down, up and down. Yeah, sweet. Okay, there's a nut at the back here that I can tighten up, which will affect the how much flex this has. And I don't want these to have very much flex at all once I get them set up. I actually don't want them to be movable, well, not to any great degree. But for the moment, I'm just going to set them up like that. Now these VESA plates, VESA by the way is vesa, whatever you want to call it, this is just a standard size. So these plates just slide into this arm like that, so I can pop it down and just slide it in. So I can pull that back, there we go. And now that's in nice and solid. So all I have to do at this point is attach this VESA plate, or vesa, whatever you want to call it, to my monitors. All right, so here I have a very nice Dell 24-inch monitor. It's a Dell 2415 if you care, but I'm sure you don't. Now in this case, this has, usually there's screws in here, you have to unscrew them, but this is quick release. There's a little button here, so I just pop that off and the base comes out. And even better, this unit has screws built in, so I'm not gonna have to use these screws at all, which is great. Now, because I've got a lot of screwing to do, easy on the jokes, I'm gonna use a little crappy office power drill here to pull the screws out. There, now let's put the plate on. This plate should fit in here perfectly, and it does. How nice is that? Now you have to make sure you've got the upside. It's very difficult to see, I realize, but there are up arrows here, and you want to make sure those up arrows are pointing up. So in my case, like that. All right, so now I'm just going to put this monitor on this mount, and to do that, I'm expecting I'm going to have to hold that spring in. So let me just see here. Something else, by the way, when you're doing this, make sure you don't squeeze the screen or you'll do what we call bruise it. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to slide this in. There we go. Just like that. There it is. Now, that, yeah, it's too springy. So right here, there's an Allen key that ships with that lets you adjust the tension. And I'm going to use the Allen key right now to adjust the tension. Yeah, that's definitely better. I want the user to be able to sort of force it, but I don't want them to be moving it around all over the place because I don't want it bouncy. I want it to be solid. There we go, that's pretty good. Yep, that's pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to now move this from its current location, which is the little demo setup, off to its permanent location. And to do that, I'm going to take this monitor off. Again, being careful not to bruise it. I have to squeeze this in and lift up. There we go. Put that down. And while I'm here, I might as well crank this one down quite a bit. Just one less thing for me to do. And I'm also going to snug up these little Allen nuts because I don't want them to move around a lot. So that's the wrong one. It ships with 3. 1, 2, 3. It's the smallest of the 3 that you use here. And I'm not going to make it tight. I'll tighten it up when it's in place. But I just want it to be a little snugger so I have less work to do when I'm at the final stage here. So there we go. Just tighten this up a bit. Now it comes with a bunch of caps and things that I don't care about to go into these holes. I'll put those on later if I care, but right now I don't care. I'm going to take this entire unit, I'm going to unscrew it, as you can see. Well, you can't see, but just trust me, I am. And I'm going to move this entire unit as one piece. Is it heavy? No, my mom could move it. It's heavy enough, but it's fine. And now I'm going to go put this into place and I'll show you what it's like when it's finished. So there it is. You can see I'm driving it off a laptop. I've got 3 screens, 3 24-inch screens. I could play with these for another hour and get these to be exactly the same height, but I kind of like this design, and I know from using monitor stands in the past that getting them to the exact same height is one of those never-ending quests that takes forever, so you're best to settle for something that you like, which is really close, but not exact. If it's not, because if it's off just a little bit, it'll drive you crazy. So I learned this from a designer a bunch of years ago. When something's off, feature it. Don't spend your life trying to make it perfect. Feature the flaw, if you want to call it that, right? So this actually looks kind of cool. It's very usable. And these arms go up and down. I can move them, but I'm not going to because it took me a while to get them in this position. And yeah, I think it looks great. As far as stability goes, it's one of the issues I heard. I don't know that there is much I'm worried about here. I'm pounding on the desk. And yeah, there's a bit of movement, but I don't think there's going to be when I'm typing. I don't think there's going to be... No, I think it's actually pretty good. One of the things that helps is having the 3 monitors touching each other. That gives them a brace, right? So another thing is to crank down those nuts at the back, the Allen key nuts, to make everything tighter. And I've done that. Just before we wrap up, there is something we should say, which is this doesn't have to be used as a 3 mount. You can use it as a 2 mount. You don't have to, in fact, for that matter, I suppose you could just use it as a single mount. But they make a big deal about how, you know, you don't have to put all 3 arms on. You could just use the 2. It'll work just fine. So that's something to note if you're thinking about getting 3 in the future and you don't want to, you know, waste your money on a mount. Buy the triple now. It's not very expensive. This mount came in at $189 Canadian, so about 150 US. Bought it from Amazon, and it is the Huanuo. Sorry if I'm just butchering the name, I know. And it is the HNTS3S, the HNTS3B, and the HNTS3W. Such awesome names. Who wouldn't want those? And last thing I wanted to say is, do you see those graphics that are on the screens? Those graphics are from a very interesting oil and gas company that I have worked for 25 years. And this is just some of the places that they've been, so that some of the field staff have taken pictures. Hey, if you like this video, we'd really appreciate it if you would click like. It really helps with the Google algorithms. Also, subscribe's great, but mostly, if you can leave a comment, if you have something interesting to say or a question, put it in there. If we don't get back to you, somebody else will. And you can always get a hold of us at www.urtech, that's www.urtech.ca. Thanks and have a great day. Bye-bye.